Hello visuals, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Guyz entertainment news with me and just me, because we have another edition of the Canoesy News. We've just made, to be fair, whenever Chris doesn't do the entertainment news, or if he can't make it down, obviously Chris isn't here, people, he's stuck once again at work. I always feel a bit weird, especially if we've gone to see a film, because obviously I'm going to talk about Disclosure Day, because I want his point of view, I want his opinions, and I just feel like I'm just like, I want Chris's opinions. Why can't he give his... But he's got to work. He's a busy boy. But as well, we did go see a Toy Story, which I'll maybe talk a little bit about next week. I just really want to stick with Disclosure Day and the other bits of news. But tell you what, visuals, as I'm doing this, right, I probably shouldn't do this because we all know how much of a fucking moron I am. I'm going to paint some Warhammer, some Space Marines. I'm just going to put their base coat on, the black base coat. As I do this, I'm going to probably get lost in forts and all this kind of shit, but hey, we're going to do it anyway. I've started, it is commenced. I'm not getting into Warhammer. I do the Middle Earth. I'm just going to paint some Space Marines because I've never painted them before, and I got the starter set, which was very, very cheap, and I thought, hey, it's an excuse to get another paintbrush. It's an excuse to get some more paints and just paint some models I've never painted before. I'm not very good at this, by the way. Anybody that's seen my painting of Games Workshop models knows it's not very good. It's just fun. It takes my mind away from stuff, and I just get into the little what the fuck am I going about? Anyway, sorry visuals. Right, we are back with the entertainment news. I'll finish the video with my review on Disclosure Day, which will be spoiler heavy. That's your millionth reminder. Let's quickly talk about the big heavy hitter of the new Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, which came out the other day, which was fucking amazing. Yes, shock. Dan said the Spider-Man thing was amazing. Of course I did. I am very biased. We know this. But it was super fucking awesome. And shout out to any of the UK fans that are going. I don't know if it's about any other country. I can only speak for my beloved United Kingdom. We are getting on the Wednesday, the 29th. Initially, as far as I'm aware, it was going to be the 30th. But, yeah, we're getting on the Wednesday. The first screening currently in my city is 5:20. So I've got myself a solo ticket booked for that. But then I'll be going throughout the weekend anyway. I'll be going multiple times. We know we love Spider-Man here on the channel, and I love Spider-Man, so I'll be got to see that. But, yeah, the trailer was awesome. We got to see a showdown between him and Scorpion. And have a look at who Sadie Sink might be playing. A lot of fans still theorising and saying it's Jean. There's one of the lads at work was a bit confused, like, how could he do the mind stuff? I was like, no, yep, Jean can do that sort of shenanigans. But whether it is or not, we'll have to wait and see. They're definitely keeping that sealed. Also, one of the lads at work said about how, like, they feel like this in the entire film. But I kind of disagree with that. I know when people say that, and it's very rare. It has happened, but it's very rare you get that. The last time I could think of was the Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan in it. Where you got the entire film in the trailer, because it's only like we've had like 10 minutes of footage come out in a 2.5-hour film, so we definitely haven't seen the entire film. They're just trying to give you some really exciting bits, seeing Hulk transform, seeing him fight Scorpion, the potential Sadie Sink character, Punisher doing some bits and bobs. So no, I think there is still a lot to come from it, so we still got a lot to be excited about. We see the relationship that he's going to potentially have with MJ in this. We know that he's going to be close, well, not close, but try and get back to the point where they once were potentially. He pops into her apartment. He said, you got to come with me, and we see them swinging together. Ned's got a big Spider-Man like sort of board who it could be and all this kind of shit. So the ties are still there. We'll see if any of Doctor Strange's magic shenanigans get reversed in the future. I don't know. We didn't see any of Happy. As far as I'm aware, he's not in it, but because there will be no real reason for him to be in it. He could make a cameo somewhere, I guess, but I want to see Happy Hogan at some point. But it looks amazing, and I cannot wait for it. I'm very excited. So, yeah, the 29th UK fans, we can go check it out. I don't know if that's worldwide. I think quite a few times we get the superhero shit a little bit earlier than the Americans, if I remember correctly, which is always awesome, because we've got House of Dragons starting at the time of recording this coming Monday, and I know the America get it like Sunday night, and we get it like the early hours of Monday, but I'm going to go to my girlfriend's house to watch that because she's the Game of Thrones girly. I am a very, very loose, I wouldn't even call myself a fan. I'm a Dunk and Egg fan, more specifically Dunk, but I do like the House of Dragon. I think it's done really well, and I like the characters and the story behind the House of Dragon shit. Even though I will also say that I've criticised it because of the dragons die quite easy, and my girlfriend's telling me how they die in the in the books and shit. So not looking forward to seeing dragons die, but hey, but yeah, we've got that start on Monday. A show that I have been absolutely adoring, we've now finished, season 1 is done, is Widow's Bay. What a fucking delight and joy that show was. I saw a lot of people speaking about it with high praise, saying how it's like a little bit eerie and the mystery and shit. It's very much like From, which we'll get to in a sec, very much From like with the mystery and the lore and the story and what's really happened and all that shenanigans. So I thought I'd give it a check, and they were like, yeah, comedy. I was like, how are they going to mix this too? The comedy blends into it so fucking well. An amazing show. I massively recommend. So we're all done with that now anyway until the next season comes. I don't know if it's been confirmed anywhere, but from the praise it's got, I imagine there is a season 2, but I don't know. You know, studios and stuff like with budgets and money, and is it cost effective and will it make X amount of money? Because I think it's just purely on Apple TV. So anyone's got Apple TV, go fucking check it out. Yeah, From continues, and it continues once again to just leave my mouth watering for more of the mystery. The man in yellow approaching Tabitha, again, spoilers, haven't seen it yet, approaching Tabitha, it's been like, oh, you don't remember me yet, and all this stuff. It's the getting close with the Unkui kids and revealing what the crack is there. Is Jade's theory going to be right about taking out the tree and getting the bones and burying them, or whatever it is they've got to do? I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work out the way they expect it to, at least anyway. I think they're going to get the bones out, or something's going to happen, or we're going to lose somebody. Definitely going to lose somebody. Fatima's ability to control Smiley is obviously fucking fascinating. Something they could potentially use as a potential weapon in the future. Could they control him when they all come out at night? Could they control him to take out some of the other monsters and shit? The secret of the totems and the dolls, will they come back and make another appearance? Because obviously we know very little about them. We just know that a lad was scared of them. They were Tabitha's in one of her reincarnations, but they got chucked into the lake. So a lot of mystery still to uncover, and I can't fucking wait. I don't know if we spoke about it last week, but all the Scooby-Doo shenanigans, we saw the live action Scooby-Doo that we're getting, and it is an actual dog, which just looks fucking adorable, and I cannot wait to see that. I don't know how they're going to incorporate that with the yikes and jinkies and all that shit, but even if they don't, I don't kind of care, which I know is a bit silly because it's taken away a key component of Scooby being like raggy and stuff. But to see this beautiful little fucking dog dossing about being a real dog and shit looks fucking amazing. So I'm looking forward to that. Top of my head, anything else coming? So, next week we do have Supergirl and Jackass best and last. I'm very sad about the Jackass one because it's the last boys out in. I'm going to be a bit depressed, a bit sad. No times so far at the my local cinema, which I'm a bit annoyed about because my weekend's kind of hinging around when I can see Jackass, because it'll be Supergirl Friday, Jackass Saturday, but there's wrestling to be watched on Saturday, so, and there's a couple of viewings of Supergirl to be had. So I'm not quite sure when I'll get the when we get the times up, but which one I can go to and stuff. And I might have to delay wrestling and a second viewing of Supergirl and shit like that. But anyway, the collectible stuff for that is it will be out as well. We get a cool cup and stuff, and the collectible shit got announced for Spider-Man, the popcorn tins and shit. They look fucking badass. So again, there's another thing I'm really looking forward to. But anyway, right, yeah, so unless anything else pops into my head, we'll quickly talk Disclosure Day. Emily Blunt, Steven Spielberg's new Alien, well, not Alien as in like aliens, but like an alien UFO film, because we know Spielberg loves a good old UFO. Is there something that he's not telling us? This film has been extremely divisive. Either people love it or people hate it. I've kind of been mixed about it. Again, this is the reason why I want Chris here, because Chris was way more sold on it than I was. I really enjoyed the film, but there's a few moments that made me a bit, yeah, that the entire film that had me on like the edge of my seat, like, oh, what's the mystery? What's happening? What do the aliens mean? What's happening with this corporation? What's are they good? They're bad? What's going down here? And then we got like the reveal, and I kind of like felt a bit flat and a bit meh from it. So basically, there's this aliens have been coming to Earth for donkey's years. It's confirmed in the film. You know, the hieroglyphs and all this shit have been helping with technology. Presidents meeting them. You see a shot where I can't remember which American president is, like walking across like an air fucking field or an air station or whatever, a plane station. And we see loads of stuff. They're using their technology, helping us with this, helping us with that, and whatnot. And throughout the show, you're following, I can't remember the lad's name, who's took the secrets because he thinks he's got all the data and all the info and stuff he wants to reveal it to humanity, saying this information should be shared. But obviously there's this company that, like, no, don't let it out, this is ours, we want to control it, blah, 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 because they're using the tech and stuff. And they're kind of like the bad guys of the film. And we have a bunch of whistleblowers that have left to make up this. Throughout the film, you see I can't remember the lad's name from Euphoria, phenomenal actor, who's amazing. He's sort of building this thing to help show the message of the connection, because there's two people that are connected to the aliens, one being in way of their language and stuff, and one being in way of their getting the ability to connect human thoughts and emotions and seeing shit, like that's Emily Blunt's character. Yeah, and it's just the entire film is basically just like mini chase sequences. And that's about it. Emily Blunt, I will say, was the standout. I mean, everyone did a great job, but she was fucking awesome. She was so good in this. She had some funny moments and whatnot. She's a weather reporter married to Wyatt Russell, and she randomly during a broadcast like sort of gets awoken and starts doing the whole language, and then they're like, oh, there's the second one and stuff. But the team leading the house rebuild, They don't know who she is, but they've been building her house this whole time. She's finally been revealed. So I don't actually know how they got the info of what her house looked like. But yeah, her and the lad, when they were younger, they got communicated with by the aliens, and the aliens give them the ability like to do these like sort of special powers, and because he can hear the language and he's good with like numbers and all this kind of shit. He got recruited out of prison to help work with this company for like coding and all that kind of shit. But yeah, the overall film, like I said, it was really fun. I was on the edge of my seat. But when we got the end reveal, because the end reveal is basically just, yeah, there's aliens and they're sound with us and we're sound with them. But some humans have been dicks, torturing and experimenting them on this kind of shit and using their technology. But yeah, spot on. See you later. I don't know, I just felt a little bit flat. We had a random John Lewis advert in the middle of it as well, which was fucking weird to see. Where the animals, because the aliens make themselves into animals, when they go to see the kids, just to make them a bit more approachable and shit like that, which completely makes sense. I get that sort of logic, but it did turn into a John Lewis Christmas advert for a while. Yeah, like I said, it just left me feeling a little bit flat. There's definitely the generic alien look, even though the final alien that comes out like in a big fucking weird like tent thing is extremely massive, and there's a size difference there, but I think it's like the mother alien, or like the Lord, one of the main one, who reveals itself, because it's quite good how they do it though. It's like on a live broadcast, and it's quite nice because throughout the film we see that the world's on the brink of World War III. And we're seeing like tensions rising here in this country, that blah blah blah. The whole thing at the end is like to be empathetic and to talk to each other and communicate, and we don't have to rush these decisions, and we can get along with each other. And if we can get along with this alien race who's been helping us and shit, we can get along with each other on here on Earth and shit. So there's a really good message there. But like I said, I thought it was just executed a little bit bad at the end. I just kind of felt a little bit underwhelmed when the reveal was, hey, we're aliens and we're here. We've always been here. And we're sound. Crack on with your lives, see you later. Because I imagine the world would go fairly nuts after that. To be fair, actually, I said to Chris, I don't know how much of a shock that would be now, because of all the theories and the stuff we've got for years. And if they actually got revealed, I think a lot of people would be like, yeah, see, I knew it, told you so. It wouldn't be as like jaw-dropping and monumental. It would be monumental, but it wouldn't. I don't think it would be as heavy. But I could be completely wrong. If it ever does get revealed, maybe it is, and I'm just talking out my fucking ass. But yeah, and then there's another weird moment as well where the laddo's girlfriend, who gets controlled by Colin Firth, whoever it is, for a bit, she's looking at the alien. She's talking to him. She's like, she's got like she says like 4 options. Are they children? Are they adults? Are they human? And you're looking at it the whole time thinking, no, you can quite clearly fucking see they're aliens. What the fuck are you on about? Are they adult? Are they human? Are they children? No, you've got a multiple choice thing. You had 4 choices and you got them all wrong until you got the right one, you fucking donut. But yeah, so it's just loads of cheese chase sequences, a big mystery. It's a beautiful performances and just a bit of a flat ending. So I think that was the biggest disappointment for me. The score was amazing and visually it looked great. There was some great camera work, some great cinematography, really, like I said, fun story to start off with. We start off at a wrestling show, which I thought was really cool. Emily Blunt using her power and how they happen, because they just sort of happen. Like she gets pulled over by a cop and she starts saying this stuff about him getting some stuff for his girlfriend. And he's like, what the fuck's happening here? And her just seeing random. They get out of one of the bad guys' bases just by seeing the face of everybody and her speaking to them and like, you know, oh, do this or this is so and so. They've seen their mother or their husband or whatever, and they're like, oh, okay, this is my husband. Bye. It's a bit fucking mental, but. No, a really fun film, just a bit of a flat ending. I still massively recommend. I get why it's divisive, whatever the word is. But at the same time, I also think I'm being a little bit of a weirdo because I'm sort of going in the middle. Everyone's like, we're divided. And I'm like, well, I'm sticking in the middle because I'm going for a 7 out of 10. Did have fun with it. Great seeing Emily Blunt. I do really enjoy watching her in pretty much anything because I think she's a great, great, great actor. And it was fun to have a nice little alien adventure with Steven Spielberg. I just thought maybe at certain points not executed amazingly. But again, that's me criticising being a non-creative filmmaker, just an idiot trying to paint some Warhammer, just playing black at the minute and doing a fucking horrible job at that. But yeah, Disclosure Day, 7 out of 10. And the next ones, like I said, we will be speaking about not next week, but the week after. Supergirl and Jackass, best and last. So there we go, visuals, a few little kind of bits of news, and my little spoiler heavy review for Disclosure Day as I therapeutically paint this Space Marine. The lore of Warhammer is quite crazy as well. I've been learning a lot more about that. It's fucking mental. But anyway, visuals, if you've watched the film, let me know in the comments below. Remember, go check out Spider-Man on the 29th in the UK. I've already got my ticket. Go get yours and shit. And thank you for watching. I'll always keep being you and keep on keeping on.